Hi, I'm Mike Gerro. I was chair from 2023 to 2024. It was an active year. And I'll tell you, there are many good things happened in Arlington that year, but I'll focus in on one to begin with. Because about a month after I assumed my chairmanship, I guess you might say, we had a big event here in Arlington. Our local beloved Texas Rangers won the World Series championship. And I today am the first board chairman of the chamber to have a championship team. You know, just from there, it even got better. I mean, later in the year, we had an all-star game, right here in Arlington. That was a big deal. We had the new Lowe's Hotel open up. 2 great restaurants came with it. So the entertainment district continued to flourish. We had the announcement of the FIFA World Cup coming to Arlington with 9 matches. That was a huge win for Arlington. The Arlington Museum of Art moved into their new location. So many things were happening in Arlington. I wish I could take credit for any one of them, but I can't. But it was great to be a part of it. The chamber continued to grow, and 2024 was a great year. We ended the year reaching a milestone of exceeding revenue of $2 million, and that had never been done before. So I'm very proud of that accomplishment. Again, I'd like to take credit for that, but that's due to the rock stars at the chamber. The staff did a marvelous job, and they worked so very hard. You know, the other major thing that happened at the chamber was we started the new Business Expo. It was a B2B event held at Texas Live. Over 1,000 people attended. We had 100 exhibitors. It was a great success for businesses to come network with each other and show off their product and see what others have to offer. It was a great win, and we've done it a second year since then, and I think it will continue. It was a big win. So very pleased to be a part of that during my chairman year. We talked about the Arlington Civic Engagement Institute, and Jeff Williams initially pitched the idea, and then Victoria Farrar-Myers came in and talked about it as well, and we thought this is something we have to do. How do we build good leaders for the future in Arlington? So the institute officially kicked off, and actually at the end of my chairman's term, and so our first class finished up later in the year. And it was a great win. And they're again something that makes so much sense for our city. I think we'll continue to do it. It enhances leaders. It helps us grow. So again, it was a great idea. I wished it had been mine, but we were able to make it happen. And so I'm so proud of our chamber for doing that. I work for Frost Bank. I've been there about 25 years. I'm the local market president. Started long before I was the market president. Been involved with the chamber since I started work there, maybe a little before actually. And first person I met at the chamber was BJ Hall, legendary new member person. She got me involved in the Wrangler Committee, and we used to just go out and recruit new members. So from there, I involved myself in other areas, networking groups at one time, various committees. So I just kind of grew up in the chamber. So for me, it's family. It's like home. I see it really somewhat of the nucleus of our community that touches all aspects of our community. And again, we champion economic and community prosperity. We make our community better, and I love being part of that mission. I think as history goes on, our memory kind of fades, and those things will fade, but I will always remember the Ranger win. I will always remember watching that last pitch and the euphoria and the celebration I felt for our city, for our team, you know, for Major League Baseball. It was such a long time coming. So I think I'll always say I was the World Series chairman. I think one of the moments was, and there again, we've had so many great ones in Arlington, but during my tenure as chamber, I do remember the day they announced the FIFA World Cup coming to Arlington, and that's just a huge worldwide event. So that was very impactful. That's one I celebrate, and that took a lot of effort, not just from the Arlington side, but from the other players in the marketplace, from Dallas, from Fort Worth, in chamber, and everyone. That was a group effort. And every time there's a major effort in the city, the chamber's always involved. I look at when we were recruiting the National Medal of Honor Museum, which is now open and a great part of our community, long overdue, and so we're so blessed to have it. But the chamber played a part in that. So that's what we do. We make things happen. We help make things happen. It's a team effort. I love the sense of teamwork, the teaming, family, and community. It's important to me in my professional life, and it was important at the chamber side. So that's what we embrace, and that's how we operate. Frost has always been that way. It's about community. You know, together we succeed. We are all stronger together than we are apart. Every business is significant. They add to our economy, they employ people, they pay taxes. So we have to celebrate that, and coming together to help one another is just a way to make our community stronger. Well, they're just an awesome part of our community and very important to our community. And everyone, as I said, small business and large is important. I was able to go to the General Motors 70th anniversary celebration, and that was really cool to hear about stories from the beginning to the present and look at old photos and tour the plant. They've been a great community partner for 70 years in Arlington. So a lot of good parts to our city. Well, I met my wife, and we had met in passing, but we actually worked on a membership drive together. And we had an opportunity to go to a celebration that was held out at the Meridian at their clubhouse, and just to celebrate all the new members we had signed up. And I really got the chance to talk with her and get to know her that first time. So the Chamber has a special place in my heart because that's where my wife and I really kind of came together. It was a win. New members, and at the time, a new girlfriend. So I think the one word I would say would be impact. For 80 years, we've had impact in our community and our region from the Greater Arlington Chamber of Commerce. And I look at the wall of the previous chair photos and know a lot about the history. And so many people devoted time, treasures, and talents to make this chamber great, and thus have the impact on the community that we've seen for 80 years. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of that. And I look for many more years of impact to come. It's hard to imagine what it will be like in 20 years. Of course, it'll be very different for most of us. The one thing I would say is keep the focus, and the focus is everyone is significant. We say that a lot at Frost. Everyone is significant. It doesn't matter if you're small. It doesn't matter if you're large. You're all part of the community. You can all be part of the solution, and it's better to be part of the solution than the problem. So keep the good work up. Good things in store for the Arlington community and for the Greater Arlington Chamber of Commerce. Well, 3 simple words, and I think they're very direct. The meaning is there. It means we work together. Together we make things happen. You know, it's collaboration. It's caring about the community. It's all the pieces that make really champion economic community and prosperity work. We have to do it together. It takes many to be part of the solution, and that's what those 3 words mean. Being part of the chamber has been the joy of really part of my life, and being a chair for the 23-24 year was incredible. I never thought I would be the chair of the board of directors of the chamber, so it was a nice treat, but one I'll always value. And just there again, being part of the success that so many people brought together and made happen is something I'll always remember.